I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning—
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this— Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with plastrite, but—
Only sufficiently large pieces of plastrite, or specifically, vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the material. You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information—
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is—
Haha, what a coincidence! I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some plush—
No. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a—
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how— Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again.
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to this. Remember, this is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents it.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, first we gotta get out of Yujing Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's some—
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement. As it happens, we have some information about the
No, I don't need it.
Don't be like that. Why don't you stand there after her? Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information! Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out. They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some Mora, we give you a little info.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something...
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay?
I've already told you. I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a...
Come on, ma'am. You seem like an intelligent lady. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money.
I won't...
No more excuses! Okay, I know you have money. Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Lioli Pavilion, ordering a table full of... Then Shenhe kiosk, then Wanmin restaurant. Same story each time. You order all... How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And since you're so rich...
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps... yes.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll...
Oh, you again.
Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to...
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're coming with us.
No, don't be angry, sir.
Shenhe,
Shenhe?
my name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is, well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's...
Oh, I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it...
You can't do that. That's way too violent. This is Liyue Harbor. There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws. No.
Really? So how exactly...
That would be my stomach growling. I haven't eaten enough.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite of each dish. Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in particular you're hungry?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals. Medicinal herbs?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. After all, you can't work on an Psst. Do you think Shenhe might be an Adeptus? It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work here. If she is an Adeptus, that wouldn't...
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go.
Thank you.
She's really eating that.
My hunger has now abated. Thank you. Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After consuming a large...
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant? If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious, but should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she would...
Enough about me. What are your plans for...
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part and now we're probably super behind.
I see. I heard something about the contest.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang. Were you interested in the contest too?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no... However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you...
Wow! You really don't have to. But having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon everyone bets this is gonna be the
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classified as we simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us.
veto! That is...
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about
Look, we want to win this competition fair and square, okay? Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils. Let's start it.
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's
Baiju, what are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running.
Huh? How can a lady...
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for it. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed.
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here, though...
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the Seven Mountain Treatises. As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of.
Okay, then. Let's go ask at the... Thanks, Baiju.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need...
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally—
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in—
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Everyone— Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I happen—
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master. With you on the job, I can—
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait a moment. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time being, and we'll discuss the matter—
Understood, Master Xingqiu.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on?
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of...
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang
as well?
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some sunset vermilionite, but only one piece. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction, and a lot of interested parties have already come to us inquiring about the price. At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case, I'm guessing the final transaction price may be in excess of 500 million.
500 million?!
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price is great,
but without any...
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea...
Who?
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed...
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about... According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures, among which was some sunset vermilion. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location was... Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently.
That's great! But is it really okay? Wouldn't it be a little...
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very open-minded. Even while he was alive, he would...
Open-minded? I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before. May I ask where you read that?
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a... Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms.
Okay, we will be. It should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I...
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there? The Sealy got... Weren't we at a waterfall just now? Oh, so many clouds. It feels like we're high up in the sky.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the sunset vermilionite we're looking for should be in here.
Really? Let Paimon see. Huh? Look, it's gone and snuck, and now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees...
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an Adepti art. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism.
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place. I don't know.
Terra Smash!
Dodge this!
Speed of light.
Unleash! Obey! Unleash!
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Divine! Cut to the chase! Incoming! Hey!
This one will be frozen.
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
Dust!
Incinerate!
Whoa! We're gonna fall! Is everyone okay? Look! Cecilia's disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
With sword comes shadow. Speed of light. Obey! Unleash! Boom boom! Don't blink! I'll be fine. Incinerate! Time for your arraignment! Boom boom! Manifest!
Don't get frostbite.
Quake!
Nowhere to hide.
Cool it.
Motion to compel.
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with it. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
By ordinance divine. Unleash!
Dodge this!
Boom boom! Invisible evidence! Speed of light! With sword comes shadow. Incoming!
Oh, so sorry. Cool it!
Obey! Manifest! Do your master's bidding! Oh! Obey!
Terra Smash! Yeah!
Freeze!
Motion to compel!
Manifest! You will regret this!
Boom boom! Nowhere to hide.
Don't get frostbite. Cool it!
Incinerate!
Quake! Yeah!
Time for your arraignment!
Obey! Unleash!
Look, over there! Could that be the sunset vermilionite?
Manifest! Unleash!
Is this it? Is this the sunset vermilionite? It's so huge! That's true, but then again, why isn't it floating?
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from—
Wow, Shenhe.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has— I don't care for her stories most of the time.
Hold on a sec. Paimon, if we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to— But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift—
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure?
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a plaustrite sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be my safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy, you gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy items.
Is it now? I'll go on ahead with the Plostrite. Let's meet at the build.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Adepti super strength much? We can't...
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those Adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. I'm going to award you full marks for the sunset.
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhe! And Ningguang's little helper!
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary.
In truth, it is the finest piece of Plostrite we have received. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the... As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as a Now, please excuse me.
Shenhe! Shenhe! Just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing...
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Whenever Paimon gets praised...
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive.
But I am not...
Shenhe?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself.
Well, Byron said that there...
No need. I simply need to find myself a...
You can't do that. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty.
Okay.
Great! Now we're talking.
Hi there! Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant... So, business is booming for me today. Very few...
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. Here are your keys. All right.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room... Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help but notice. Let's buy one for Shenhe, too. She can have it as a midnight...
All right. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleep.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? Let's go and say hi.
One trusts you have met Shenhe.
So far, so good. Yeah!
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with...
Cool! So, what's her... Calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking...
Her Adeptus name. Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus?
Don't all Adepti have
On this latter point, you are correct. However...
Oh, right. Wait, what? Paimon neither!
Do you mean to say that she presents...
Well, to start with, her problems...
Ah, yes. She was like... One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with...
That sounds...
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and that she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained...
In other words, if you hadn't passed by...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding.
That's still so dangerous, though! Why was a tiny little kid...
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. And she had experienced... Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew strong. Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to... The red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her... It is only by fate that people's paths may cross.
Oh, now Paimon gets it.
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the... If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a... Let us conclude our conversation here for today.
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around it. Hey! So, Shenhe...
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take.
Oh?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep. I was worried that something may have happened to you. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me that, after all, Master is... very...
Sorry, Shenhe. Paimon had you down as an Adeptus this whole time, but it turns...
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner. Because in my Still, though you mistook me for this, I am very grateful.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, but before we do that, let's go to the... After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhe. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.